Hi, welcome to another episode of Beyond Chronic Disease. My name's Wendy Gathercole. I'm your host. Hello, how are you? How was your week? How was your day starting? I hope you're not too busy. Did you hear my episode last week? What did you think of it? Okay, so today I'm talking about I'm not a vegetarian, but I sort of am, but I'm not. Doesn't make sense. Okay, I don't like labels for starters. I don't know if you know that or not. I haven't done a detaching labels for a little while. I do the labels with the food, but not with the person. So I don't eat meat. I don't call myself a vegetarian because on the odd occasion I may have some. Okay. So when you label yourself, and this is for anything, when you label yourself with anything in life, that's all the associations attached with that label sit in your body, in your mind. And I personally don't believe, and I know this for my own experience as well. And also when you're looking at children and my children, when you're labeled with something, it has a negative impact on your body for this reason. Okay, so you call yourself a vegetarian. So, okay, I'm a vegetarian, but I really feel like eating some meat tomorrow or today. So I really feel like it. Oh, but I can't because I'm a vegetarian. Oh, no. And depending on how you like your personality, that can, it can just cause chaos in your body, because you really want to, but oh no, I can't because, people will see me and they know I'm a vegetarian. That fear of what other people are going to think, that's probably more to the point. So I don't like labels, and I don't call myself a vegetarian. I just choose not to eat meat. And that's what I say. I choose not to eat meat. And then people look at me weird, or they go, oh, so I even had somebody say, oh, so you're a flexitarian. What is a flexitarian? Just maybe I am a flexitarian in life as well. I'm very flexible. But why do we need to label? Why do we have to label people? Why don't we just let people be what they want to be? Okay, and that's with everything. Just because I choose not to eat meat, it doesn't impact you at all. If you want to eat meat, that's fine. I'm not, I don't dish you if you're eating meat. I really don't care that you're eating meat. I mean, if you want to take a trip with me through Kansas, you wouldn't eat meat ever again in your life. And if you recently saw the little video I put out on the pigs, you wouldn't eat pork either. Although I haven't eaten pork forever, for years and years and years. That's me. Okay. So I don't know what a person that doesn't eat pork is, but whatever. So this is all about I'm not a vegetarian, but realistically, it's about delabeling yourself. You think about it even with the kids today. You stick a label on them and they know they've got a label on them and they're different to everyone else, although there's probably not too many normal, whatever normal is these days, kids out there or people or whatever. You stick a label on them and they feel different. They know that they're different, and then they start to suffer inside, because they don't understand. We're big people. We can understand a little bit more here. But even so, when, some of us, we put a label on ourselves and we feel that it defines us, it restricts us, It constricts us too sometimes. And it stops us from actually living because we can't, because we've been labeled with this and we can't do that and we can't do that and this is going to happen and that's going to happen. And so when we delabel ourselves, the whole world opens up for us to access. So when I was diagnosed with Crohn's, yeah, it was super shock. And I had anxiety, depression, all that sort of crap. So, well, not crap, it's, it's pretty horrible. And, I know that there's lots of people suffering out there, which is really sad. So I didn't want to be defined by that. I didn't want to go along that. Yes, I joined the groups and I did all of this, but I did not want to just keep in that tiny little bubble of being a Crohn's sufferer and not being able to do X, Y, and Z. Okay, so if you probably know my story, I wrote this book behind me about it. It took me a long while to get better, but I was not one to just sit back and just let life happen to me, and I'm still not. And so that's, it's delabeling yourself. So I didn't say my Crohn's, I've got this, to start with. Yes, I did, because there were certain things that I just could not do. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do because I was in pain and excuse me, and certain foods upset me and created all these different problems for me. So when you were going out and people were saying, oh, here, when do you have this, no, I can't, and at that moment in time I couldn't. But it wasn't like, oh no, I can't, I've got Crohn's disease, this is gonna blah blah blah. Okay, so it's not, if you've got a disease, that's I feel sorry for you being diagnosed with a disease, but what I'm saying is there are things that you can do to make your life better each day if you look at it in a different way. And so I'm not a vegetarian. Get back to that. Well, it's all about that. It's about the labels that we put on ourselves, and it's we need to stop, because it's part of judgment, and if you take a look at, I'm not a vegetarian, if you look at what is a vegetarian? Just somebody that doesn't eat meat. It doesn't mean that they're healthy. Doesn't mean that they're making good food choices. They're just not eating meat. You have and it's not everybody. I'm just trying to say that this is what, to pull apart these labels is really what we need to do. We need to stop labeling people. And even last week when I was at the busy, stop excuse me, stop labeling yourself as busy, because it does have a negative impact on your body. It really does. And you can try these little experiments yourself. Don't trust me, trust you. Try these experiments yourself. Use the word busy. Talk to people and say, oh yeah, I've been busy, and see what responses they have. Don't just trust me. Anyway, that's enough. So I'm not a vegetarian. Delabel yourself. And even so, when I say delabel yourself, yes, you're probably, naturally you're still going to have, have the problem that you do have. It's not about, not thinking that you haven't got it or anything, but it's just stop all the attachments that go along with that. because it may not be true for you. Okay, so somebody that is suffering from Crohn's may not have the capacity to do what I did, and that's their thing. Okay, but I'm just telling you that if we delabel, we stop all the attachments that come with that, like, you know, what's going to happen to you, what you can't do, how long you're going to have it for, and all of that stuff, because there's just so much proof out there. I've known so many people that have gotten better from different walks of degrees of diseases, and others haven't. So it doesn't mean that it's true, everything's true for you. Okay, so delabel, have fun delabeling, and I will see you next week. Thanks for listening. Bye.